tag you in something? I mean, we're live.
No, I
We're live
mean
for a second.
on Instagram.
No,
You
I probably
normally
should have made
put.
a post about this, shouldn't I have? But I was in the
That's what
process of.
I was like,
I haven't done
I
that yet. But
I
it's
fucked up.
live. We're live now. We just
Fucking,
gotta
I gotta
wait
keep you
for
there.
the chat to kind of catch up. People to come say hi. Oh
I
man.
gotta join to make sure that I see myself not frozen.
I mean, it doesn't really affect the stream though if you are frozen. To be fair.
It depends on the facial expression. Like, I don't want to look like a fucking like aggressive like. I don't know.
You aggressive? Come on, bud.
Excuse me. I mean,
Come
I'm
on, bud.
aggressive, but like, it's just different. I see fucking Mad Mike's his thing. What do you think about that, real quick?
The McLaren.
Yeah.
It looks freaking sick, but I have not. I don't know much about it. Morning,
I just,
Or
dude.
was it evening,
I,
Jason? Yeah.
hi Jay. Hi Michael.
Michael.
Um, the fucking he builds a sick rotary, but like I
Yeah.
don't know, dude. If he was to keep that motor, the fucking P1 motor in that thing, that would have been so sick to me.
It was
You
just one of
know?
those things where obviously he's got to work with who he works with, and
Yeah.
it's like
I
you
just
don't
see the
really get much
thumbnail on the
choice, right?
bottom right. I'm like, damn. Like, and then he's gonna keep the rear end off. You son of a gun. That's like
Right.
the hottest part, dude. Got me
Yeah.
all fucking. Ay, ay, ay.
It's just one of those things where it's you got to kind of work with who you work with.
Mhm.
And I'm sure his sponsors
Yeah,
are like,
their rotary knowledge is just
mm-hmm.
fucking NASCAR street race come off. Right? You watching fucking NASCAR? Yeah, the P1 motor sounded fucking dope. It did.
Yeah.
I mean, but the rotary does sound cool. I'm just like fucking. At this point, he just could slap a rotary in any car. I'm like, yeah, duh. But
Yeah,
anyways,
but
hello.
how you guys doing? Welcome into. Is this like an official thing at this point, per se?
Yeah, we gotta get more of a schedule.
Hey, well, yeah. The problem is our lives don't have good schedules.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Our lives are based around events that are at different
That's what
places
I
and different
need to. I
times,
need
and
to
it's
like. No matter what, I need to like figure out like a cool like phone like thing. So like even if I'm like traveling somewhere, just like mount it up and be like present.
exactly.
Yeah.
Chicago street race is crazy. If only it'd be dry. I didn't know they did a street race for NASCAR. It's been a minute since I've seen NASCAR. I saw it. I went to a NASCAR race probably 5 or 6 years ago at Michigan International Speedway. I
Did you have a
left
good time?
after I left after like halfway through it.
Were
I was
you in
like,
the bleachers or the infield?
I'm in the bleachers.
Ah,
I'm
that's why, dude. The infield is where you
I'm
want
just
to
like
be, dog.
I'm just like I don't get it, guys.
I used to go to
It's so
Pocono.
loud. I have no idea what's going on. Like,
Well, you know one thing that they're turning left.
well,
They
that's the
are.
problem is especially when there's no like accents or anything and they're not grouped up. They're
Yeah,
literally just going around, and eventually you just lose who's in first, or just because they're
yeah.
so spread
Cause
out.
it's
I'm
just
like, I
like,
have no idea.
yeah,
It's so hard to watch.
Shane Van Gisbergen. Yeah, I mean, like I used to go to the Pocono races when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and we would go to the infield, and my dad's buddy had this old fucking Dodge blue van, and it was beat to shit, but they built this contraption on top that was just a wood platform that then you could go and sit on,
Yeah.
and you could sit higher, and from the infield you just chill up there and you watch the race and you can see the whole fucking thing. And that's when I was introduced to a
Mm,
lot of different things. Dude, at a young age, everybody's just partying so hard on the infield,
right.
just drinking, smoking, fighting. I'm just a kid. And I'm like, what the hell? I'll never forget when we were leaving the one time. My dad took pride in how clean his truck was,
Yeah.
and fucking all of a sudden this cat fight started, dude. These two women just started just fight, literally throwing punches at each other. Ended up on his hood of his truck. He was so mad. It was I'll never forget that shit. That was funny. Yeah, NASCAR, brother. Hell yeah. That I'll always have a love for NASCAR in my heart, just simply because of the infield. If you,
That's funny.
I couldn't imagine going in the bleachers because it's just hot. You're just watching.
It's
There
so
ain't
loud
there ain't
too.
nothing. Yeah, it's loud. You're getting it ricocheted off of
Dude,
you on the metal.
it's louder than like 98% of the drift cars, man.
Oh, for sure. Well, you got a fucking 42 car pack of
Yeah.
just straight, just I don't even know what RPM they're just
I mean,
holding it at.
like there's only a couple of cars that I've felt even compete with that sound. It's like Odie, and it's about it.
There was a dude. There was a dude back in the day who drove an eBay sponsored. Remember on the door, it was a Mustang. He was a black dude in FD. It was about 2012.
It's before my time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just a spectator. I was fresh out of high school. I
don't remember. I don't know
dude,
the car.
that thing
Was loud.
I hadn't. Still to this day, I have never heard a car in FD as loud as that fucking car. That was absolutely insane to me. That's what made me fall in love. I was like,
Yeah.
"There's no shot that this is just like what." That thing just sounded like it had 1,000 horsepower. Meanwhile, Daigo Saito is out there with a true 1,000 horsepower, SC 300 or whatever the hell that thing was.
That's funny.
But yeah, sorry, we got off the beaten path. Fucking
Yeah.
NASCAR.
So,
Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah.
So how many of you guys in chat saw what was it, Drift Masters this weekend? And, I mean, obviously you missed it, but I was working on the Corolla during top 16 or whatever, so I tried to watch what I could. I was more listening, but there was a whole shenanigans about track conditions.
Nice, dude. No pun intended.
Yeah, yeah.
No, some shenanigans.
Shenanigans going on. Old Jack Shanahan spun out, and he's like, "It wasn't because I spun out. It was because of the track." And then they're like, "It's in the rule book, so." It was one of those things where it was
really
like the judges couldn't make the decision. It had to be the track marshal. And so now Jack Shanahan's whole event is now in the hands of the track marshals. Like, come on.
You're kidding.
No.
That's a rule for them?
That was a rule. I don't know if it was that track specifically, but yeah, it was a rule. And I was like, this seems real shady.
Dude,
shady.
I've practiced so many laps, I think, in the past 2 days on that track on Assetto, and I still have yet to get one good. Dude, they have these cones on the fucking map that you can't drive through. So that inner clip as they're about to come to that last zone, like in real life, fucking they have these cones. Bro, I fucking hit that shit. I've done front flips. I've literally, I'm driving a Viper. I can't fit through there, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Big D said Laura Heinenen's coming in for FD. I mean, that would be sick. Nah, I don't know if that's true, but that would be so cool. He's such a good driver.
And his car sounds so sick. That's a proper American sounding mobile.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the furthest thing from it.
He's a funny. All Finnish people in general are pretty funny. Like, they're not very emotive, I feel like.
Dude, the fan base that they bring,
the
fans
crazy,
at that event, like even during when I was watching the practice or whatever, just all the people in the rain just like cheer, yeah, as they're going like 15 miles an hour. I'm like, bro, and it's packed. I'm like, dude, you look at a Prospec competition day and there's just patches galore, or there's just nobody. Right. So this is just such a drift. The drift game or Drift Masters is just as a whole so much more hyped. Like though
Mhm.
that fan base is just crazy.
Well, and like they just
Oh,
do such a
this
good job of
fuck
making
you,
it look
Biggs.
cool. Like because the final
Oh,
corner, they do the slow mo shot with the fire coming out the back.
dude, it's
It's
insane.
just like, man, this stuff looks so good.
They spend a lot of money on their production value,
Yep.
and I
Yeah,
think that that's what
well,
truly
it's Red
pays
Bull.
off.
That's Red Bull that does that. That's why it's on Red Bull TV. That's
Uh,
not Drift Masters. That's Red Bull that does that.
that's fair.
That's why it's like that. But
I had no idea
and
it was
another
like that.
kind of funny thing I saw is LZ called out the judges again during his interview when he got knocked out. I thought that was pretty
Really?
funny. He's getting real
He's getting
cocky
a little
now about
yeah, because he knows that he's wheeling, so like he's got like
yeah.
a little extra foot to stand on.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough one. Like it was like he was going. It was the first corner, and
Sure, Jay.
it was kind of wet out, sort of. So he like kind of was going into the wall as the guy kind of hit him, and he felt that the guy hit him into the wall,
Okay.
but they looked at the video and it looked like he hit the wall before the guy hit him.
Okay.
So
He
it
might
was
have, regardless, but it could have been like a controlled, like,
yeah.
that's where it's like,
From what it looked like in the replays, he probably just did. It was like a reaction right after it, so he
yeah,
obviously hadn't had a chance to look at the video or anything.
yeah.
But it was funny because then the wheel rips off, and as he's
Damn.
driving halfway down the course, and it's
Did it
pretty
really?
great images. Yeah, but
Damn, I hadn't seen him.
yeah, but it sounds like there was a bunch of carnage there.
It's a very tight track.
Yeah, like I know Josiah messed his car up pretty good.
I saw that. I saw he says it wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
what happened with that, but
it's drifting, man.
that's how she goes.
That's
how she goes. They
especially
got it
that
fixed,
track.
I guess.
That track is no, no, no prisoners. That's for sure.
No,
But
it's like, dude, like I said, the amount of times that I literally was just trying to get like a cool run in to like try to be a part of the hype for the weekend, and I must have done at least 200 attempts or more, probably more, and I would still forget where I was. Like, so on the run up, I would be like, "Oh, I got time," and I would just overshoot and then just obviously tank right into the wall. I'm like, "Damn, bro! I'm like, where have I been for the past 2 hours?
right,
Like here." It's like I haven't been anywhere else. How do I forget?
right. Jason makes a good point here. He says, "Imagine if FD only came
Yeah,
to your country once a year, you'd be hyped too." So he makes a good point. Obviously,
yeah,
I mean, if
definitely
you want to
helps.
consider, well, the thing is like, so America doesn't really have state pride.
Yeah,
Isn't that kind of interesting? Where like you're not. I guess because we move around so much, and
I think
there's the
Jersey is the
cultures.
most state
Exactly,
pride
but
one.
exactly, but still, it's like you're not. I mean, a lot of the Jersey guys will obviously, be fans of the Jersey drivers and stuff, but I just don't feel like there's that cultural difference as to where you're going from Finland to Germany to
Yeah,
Spain to Ireland, and the cultures are all, from all these places are completely different,
yeah.
and so there's a
You
lot
have a
more.
whole country to root for rather than just
Exactly.
a
Even though
state.
the
Yeah,
states in America are basically the same sizes as some of these countries. So
literally.
yeah, so it is kind of a little different in that aspect.
Thanks, Wheelman. It's this guy over here with the hat on.
Yo,
Yo. Oh shit, I keep hitting my tower. I'm gonna fucking rock the GPU off this.
bro, it's just gonna kick you out and be like, oh, makes this job a lot easier.
You see where my keyboard's over here. My hands chilling. I'm
Yeah.
sitting.
Big D said that the judges made the right call, and I think I did. I was, again, like I said, I was working on the Corolla during this, so I was just kind of listening, and it sounded like second look. But yeah, so why don't we get into FD St. Louis, which is the whole point of this,
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, my second least favorite event of the year.
This one's just stinky.
It's like it just for me here in Orlando just compete for just the worst
Yeah,
events of the year because of the weather. 90% of the weather. The thing that
it
Orlando
is.
has is it's got the cool wall runs that you can film and stuff, and you can get some real
Yeah,
quick shots there.
Kazuya does like cool backwards entries into the last zone though.
Yeah, that's the thing is like St. Louis. I don't know. I like filming St. Louis is
Just
probably the hardest track to film all year as far as making it look cool. Would you
yeah.
say that?
That I think my favorite one is at Golden Hour on the fence as they're coming out of the last zone. That's what looks cool to me. That's like the
That's
only
true. It does look really
that
as they're coming up the bank.
yeah, that and then like that quick little clip as they're like they hit, you're on that I guess it's outer two. It would be right at that wall and you're shooting straight and like you get them like right up on the wall. Obviously you can't get their whole fucking car, but
Mm-hmm.
like big
I
fan.
like it.
Yeah, I like
Wheelman,
I like
Wheelman's
those.
yeah, Wheelman's talking about
So,
the three driver slow mos. I should do more of those. I've been kind of lazy. I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing other life things lately, so it's like
I like putting like three different
yeah,
fucking yeah.
yeah. I mean I did the top 16s of Pro and Prospec, but I need to do some more reels. Just it takes time and I got to go do that stuff. But
Yeah.
I have some really good stuff from New Jersey that I should actually take advantage of. Some of them coming
Yeah,
over that hill, the hill
you
in the
s-
middle there.
you still got that on your laptop?
Yeah, I need to send some stuff to you too.
Oh, well, don't worry about I'll just copy it. I'll put my hard drive onto your laptop one or I'll give you my hard drive
How does that work? Oh,
and
never
then
mind.
you
Yeah,
just copy it on there.
yeah. And let's see. We got Jason. To be honest, we need another round, Midwest round. See, for me, it's hard to argue for a Midwest round because we're kind of lame, and I am from the Midwest, and I am the first one to say we are the lamest part of the country.
Oh man. I mean, like
I mean, I would appreciate the less like I
travel.
would so. I don't know how much you know, but so there's a drift organization that used to exist around me called MDU. It's kind of what Drift
Hmm.
and D is now.
Yeah.
But they did an event called Streets of Detroit. And this is right when I was getting into drifting, and it was literally around like an old factory in Detroit. They had this drift event, and you were on the streets. And
Really?
it was
I did
really
not know
cool.
about
It was a
that.
pro am, and it was super cool, man. But it would be so cool to do something with like Belle Isle in Detroit or something, because they do like road racing there. They do like the GT3s and like the same stuff
Okay.
that they would do in Long Beach,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in IndyCar and stuff. Like they go to Belle Isle, and I think it would be such a cool venue to do drifting out there. It's
Huh.
such a pretty place.
Yeah, I'm never opposed to just exploring different places.
Because it
Obviously,
would be kind of
there's
a
a
city road course type event, kind of like Long Beach. And
yeah.
I've always thought, man, it would be really neat to try something out there. Um, but yeah, because Midwest, honestly, as far as tracks go, Road America's cool, but
Road
I
America's
don't.
sick, dude.
But I don't know if it would be a good drifting track.
Me and Alex used to do it on Forza. It was
Is there a
definitely
good
not like
section?
there's like a tough goods. It's like a good section and it has like a super European style like as you're flowing through a
Yeah.
super hard like cut and like would definitely bring a whole new style for the old fucking FD USA. But I think I mean, the venue cost is probably just insane,
Oh yeah, that's a real nice
Like, there's just
cost.
so many different,
Yeah.
like, other, like, well, things that go into, like, how much parking space and, like, how can the spectators see that section or, like, how much is it gonna, like, do they have to walk across the track to get, like,
Right.
like, just, like, stupid shit. Like, that's just why we're ended up with Orlando still, and yeah, well, Orlando, I guess it's good for their
Exactly.
monetary value, but
But yeah, good
Bruh.
old St. Louis. But you know what's the cool part about St. Louis is going to be the competition. Need another cough drop apparently.
Um,
Um, but
it should be
no,
good. I'm
I think
honestly, for some reason, I'm pretty excited about this round. Normally, I fucking hate St. Louis. Like, I'm
yes.
truly like, I'm excited to see what happens here. I'm nervous for my boys. They're all on the fucking.
There we go. All right, I
They're
think I
all
got
on.
you all
They're all on the
situated.
pooper. They're all.
Yeah. So we got Prospect. Actually, the first thing I want to look at
Yes.
is actually the standings.
Oh,
So, or should you think we should go over this after we go over the bracket?
no, do it now.
I think we'll do it
Right
now.
here, baby.
All right. First off, Wheelman, what do you guys think of the layout in St. Louis? I don't
I've
like
never
it.
seen the other one. I
Uh,
don't.
oh,
I don't
what do you?
mind this one.
The old one was sick.
Apparently that's what like everybody seems to say. It had like a longer run up and everything, and
Yeah. Where
so you would kind of
is?
start from the other way, and then
No, it's in the road course part.
oh,
You drive by it. Um, you drive by it when
you're coming out.
yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And the problem is the seating, and I mean, if you can't make money off the event, then you can't do it. So
Yeah.
I understand why they do it,
Yeah.
but yeah. So let's see. We got Tom. So for Prospec, I think obviously it's a two-man race for the top spot. I think between O'Sully and Lemaire. But the thing is obviously with Prospec, you have two bad rounds and you're out. So
Yep.
obviously they both have to show up for the next two rounds. But I don't know, we'll see. Obviously, you got Love and Chen in there that have an outside chance for top spot. But obviously, I think
Yeah.
Lemaire's been the guy to beat this year. And obviously, Connor had a great second round. So
Yeah.
I think that would
Yeah.
be a lot of
Connor's
fun.
always just super competitive. He's just good everywhere he goes.
Exactly. Um, and, you know, something kind of interesting. We got two women out here in the top 10. We got Amanda and Kelsey, actually. 7 and 8, which is kind of cool.
How about them apples?
Yeah. You got your boy Alex there in 6th. You got old Cody Buchanan in 5th
Yeah, I
there.
can't believe that.
Well,
Had such a
Cody,
rough
man.
first year last year. And he came out. He's coming out hot.
Dude.
Right? Last year, I think, was his first one? Or
I
is this his
think.
third?
No, I think last year was his first year.
Yeah.
I remember he
Yeah.
came with like, yeah,
An ugly car.
yeah. He's fixed a lot of stuff on that thing, but he's been driving really good, man.
Yeah,
And
he really is. Doesn't
so,
know what to do with his hands right now.
right.
Connor, I don't remember. I think it was, oh, he might have podium, but Ben definitely won this one. I just remember Ben winning, I think.
Yeah, I think Connor podiumed last year, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute. I could look
That
this up,
boy's
though.
definitely gotta be going pro next year, right? No shot that he's sticking
Yeah.
He is just too fucking good.
All right. Prospec 2023. I want to go St. Louis.
Like, I think Tommy is really good, but I think Connor is just so fucking consistent, dude. I truly don't see that kid ever make really mistakes.
Right. So last year we had Ben Hobson, Andy. I think Ben won this, if I remember correctly. And then your final four was O'Sully and Donati. So obviously Ben and Andy moved up. So maybe if we're looking at last year, Mata did pretty good. Love did good. And you had Miles and Olson. I miss Blake Olson's car. I think it was sweet.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, so it should be nice to see some new guys on the podium this year, outside of Connor, you know. So that's kind of
Let me see what he said. No Rudy or Dimitri anywhere near the top of Prospec. Yeah,
No, I mean
yeah.
they didn't have good rounds at this round, but I think they had good other rounds.
I think they're. I think Dimitri in Pro is doing a lot better. I think he's
Yeah,
more focused on that. He's definitely using this more as a practice time.
seat time and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the thing is he looks really good. For Dimitri, I think is for what it's worth. I think he's definitely there, and I think he's competitive in pro.
yeah,
And it's one of those things where it's every rookie, unless you are basically a Connor Shanahan or a James Dean, is gonna go through those tough patches or just getting it in. Um, Obviously, like a guy like Manoa, even Manoa, who's considered to be one of the top drivers in the world at his age and like
yeah,
coming into the sport, he's not on the box or anything. He's not been on the podium. He's gotten close,
yeah,
but it's not a guaranteed top 8 even for him every time. So
yeah.
he's even
He's
he's
working it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's gonna go through the growing pains of getting more and more competitive into pro. So, uh, it's just one of those things. And same thing with Andy. Andy, first couple rounds, could barely drive the car because he was having power steering issues all around. So
yeah.
it's just one of those things where you just
Mm,
gotta you make changes and you're gonna have to work through them.
lock in.
Yeah. So that's kind of your standards, your standings going into that. So I should uh I should learn how to make polls.
Oh, that would be neat.
I know. Maybe something I should look into in the future when I have all this time. But this is the
You
seating
gotta make
bracket.
me a mod, and then
Oh,
maybe I could do it while I'm sitting here.
ah, oh, great. Now they're all together. You guys get to watch me mess up everything. Which one is this?
Brisky's
Prospect
gonna look for it.
seating
Yeah.
bracket. Yeah, this is the one I want. Okay. So
Yeah,
obviously Peru.
as for Rudy though, I think that his car is still just not all the way there. I think that he's just got to get more in the headspace. I think the same like his prospect failure is due to the fact that now he's in pro and now more people are looking at him as well dude, why'd you fuck up, type style. And yeah, it's tough. It's just a one
Exactly.
car and he fucking tossed that thing into the first round into the wall. It just hasn't been the same since.
It's true.
So
Um, but yeah, why don't we look into Prospect now? Farouk obviously gets the bye, which is
yep,
lucky day for him.
yep.
First battle up, we got Zendara, and actually, what I can do is we can do the old zoomies.
Zoomer.
Interesting. It only lets me do
It's like almost a perfect fit. Look at that
the. Yeah,
wide guy
look.
racing up in the top right. That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got Zendara and Adam. So Adam, if you remember, he's the Mustang, and then Zendara's got her S13. Where's it? S14. S13, right?
S14 with the boss kit.
It's right. It's an S14 with the boss kit.
Yeah.
That's right. Um,
Hi, Eric. I'll be there. See you there.
what's up, Eric? Let's go. Yeah, we got a bunch of friends coming out to there. That's parts of living in the Midwest. But Zendara and Adam, who you got?
Adam.
You going Adam?
Yeah. She's still a little bit scary behind that car.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where you're gonna get better, but when are you gonna get to that point of where the consistency is the hardest part. I feel like
Yeah.
for a lot of these guys and girls, um, and for her, you're right. It's the consistency, and the thing with Adam is the parts I have seen is he's been consistent, but not like what's the word? Like he's not been like on the level of a Tommy where like it's obvious he's one of the top drivers, but I've noticed him, especially in practice, as being a pretty solid and consistent driver,
Yeah, he
and
throws it down.
that gets you a long way, especially in Prospec.
Yeah, he completes more runs than I think than she does. So I think
Yeah,
he, they're both
there's a reason
not.
they're 16 and 17 though.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And uh, is Eric not running this season?
I
Is that
guess not. Yeah, I
oh.
guess that's. I don't know if it's determined or not, but like, really stunk that he wasn't at E-Town.
I know. I
He's
miss that.
got. He's
I miss
got.
his.
He's
I
got.
miss his obnoxious sounding car.
Dude, and he started to actually get good.
Mm-hmm.
He started to really dial that thing in, and yeah, I feel bad. Costs a lot of fucking money.
It does. All right. So now we got. Well, I mean that's a big break for Cody right there. He
Yeah.
obviously, I don't know if you guys heard, he lost an engine in New Jersey. He kind of knew it was going to come at some point, but he was kind of hoping to get through the rest of the season. But yeah, so he had to put a new engine in his car before this round. So hopefully he makes it.
Is that the 350 dude?
No, Cody's the Corvette, white,
Oh,
on Derek
right.
Madison's
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he started looking good.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Yeah,
driving the shit out of that thing at E-Town.
exactly. And then he couldn't compete because blew his engine in practice.
Hmm.
So that'll end your day pretty quick. But
Yeah, you'll have that.
yeah, and then we got Rudy and Alex. Obviously, since Rudy's the pro driver, he's gonna be expected to win these.
I think that's just a
It,
pretty
yeah,
easy one. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Licklider
Well, that's the
really.
thing is like Rudy's expected to win. You're a pro driver, pro one driver. You're expected to win these, and as long as he does what he's supposed to, I think he will. So I think,
Yeah.
unfortunately for Alex, he got a tough draw on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he's really got a lot of tough draws, no matter which way that you cut the cake. Unfortunately,
That's true.
he'll figure it out one of these days.
Yeah. And then we got I'm excited for this battle. Brian and Human.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Brian's driving.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
how aggressive it is. And then you got classic Human. He's only been around forever, so.
Dude, his little all the Instagram posts of every one of those selfie things that he was
Oh
doing.
yeah, where he's spraying people with
Oh my
water.
god, I was like, this guy.
But that's what he does.
He's a
Everyone's
goober.
got their
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah,
Human
he's a
is
goober.
great. Yeah, cheesy humor.
Yeah, I remember like he had like the snake or whatever the one year.
Yeah.
Or that like he would throw out on people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's funny.
But who do you got? Who you got? Human or Brian?
Brian.
You know what? I'm feeling Human. Going
Really?
Human. Yeah, I'm
Thinking
going
that he's
against.
gonna pull.
I'm going against my gut on this one because I think experience is gonna win on this track.
You think Brian's gonna throw it too hard?
I think something's gonna happen. I think Brian's a guy that is gonna push it too hard in the final corner, and they're gonna hit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good possibility. Or on his lead, he'll throw it too hard and spin.
Yeah.
Still sticking with him though.
Alrighty, we got old
Fucking
Ricky.
Dick Richard and Dick Advani. We got two dicks on the line here.
Oh boy.
I
don't know. You think Ricky's actually gonna put it together?
don't know. He's working on his car recently, so I'm happy to see that. At least it's not at the track that he's doing it. So
that's a good thing. It's
that's a
always good
start,
to bring
right?
a working car.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I just don't know with this guy anymore. I think now too that same mentality is starting to affect him himself.
Yeah.
So I think Advani is a pretty good driver as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I truly
Very
do.
consistent one.
Yeah, and he's only just getting like better. Where like Ricky taking that year off and doing like the fun driving was like good, but now he's got the car set up for grip again. He's back on the GTs instead of Acceleras, and like it's a
Mm.
whole new different animal again. So like I truly think that Vonnie's probably gonna win this. I would love to.
Interesting.
I would love to see Ricky win. I mean like that's in my while it's happening, I'm gonna be rooting for Ricky. But like, who do I think is gonna? I ain't gonna fucking lie. Like, I mean,
All
like
right.
having that conversation. Like, yeah,
All right. Well, I'll take Ricky on this one. I like
damn,
Ricky.
really.
I think.
I think it's going to be a really close one. I think
I
that
feel
if
like
Ricky starts feeling good in
Yeah.
practice, then it's going to go to Ricky. If Ricky can't figure out the car or something like a mechanical happens
Mm-hmm.
in practice and he's got to fix it, doesn't get that seat time in,
Right.
he needs that seat time again. I think Advani took a year off though last year too, right?
Yeah. Broken car.
Yeah.
So
So he
yeah,
didn't even get no seat time.
I think. Again, this is gonna be another close one. Should be a fun one.
I hope it
Uh,
is. I
yeah.
truly hope that this is like a genuine good battle. I want Ricky to win. I, it, I just I think that the Corvette's just a little bit faster, and then Ricky's gonna get in, like it's gonna fuck up Ricky's line. Him trying to like catch up to it out of a corner. I know that Ricky's car is really fast, but like from a fucking throwing angle into outer
Yeah. Well, they're
two
basically
into
dig racing out of each corner. You know.
yeah exactly. So like I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. Ricky, do good, brother. I genuinely want you to win.
All right.
You deserve it.
Next up, we got Lee and Jack Davis, and I'm excited for this one too. This is gonna be a fun one.
That's what Lee looks like. Huh?
You
There he is.
how have you not met Lee yet? He's so cool.
I probably have.
But yeah, I like. I'm gonna go with Lee on this one. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, something about Jack this year, dude. He got Rookie of the Year last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this year, he's not really looking like Rookie of the Year.
Well, it's just one of those things where sometimes the chips don't fall your way, you know.
Yeah,
And I think he's had
it's
some tough draws coming in this season, and he didn't get an easy one this weekend either.
no.
So I just like how Lee drives, and I think it's Davis. You're always going to get consistency. That's the thing with him.
Hmm.
He's very consistent. I wouldn't say he's extremely aggressive, and or flashy. I
Yeah,
think he's one of the. I think he drives a little low angle at times, for
yeah.
my liking.
He gets into all the zones and
Yeah,
gets it done.
but I really like Lee's driving. I think it's a lot flashier.
Hmm.
His car is cool. I really like Lee's car.
His car is pretty sick. I will
Um,
give him that.
RB powered
Yeah,
BMW. Like that's so
yeah.
cool. But
Yeah, that's a pretty neat fucking mobile,
yeah,
and the red and the black, very nice.
it looks very nice.
Yeah,
So I'm going with
I'm gonna go with Lee on this one with you,
dang.
honestly.
And if I
Yeah,
could just move my face, you know
where's your
what do I
face?
do? My face is in the
Oh,
way.
on for the bottom one.
Yeah. Uh,
We've
there we
got
go.
Josh Stewart and Douglas Stoopstad.
Yeah, I moved my face so now we can see. All right, we got Josh Stewart and Douglas, and I
I
believe
don't.
Douglas is the
Is it
350Z, right?
Stubstad? Stoopstad.
Stubstad. He's that 350Z, right? The
The
literals old 350Z.
that black one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Could be. Let me Google.
You can. Obviously,
Let me.
Josh Stewart's the Corvette. I like Josh's driving. I think it's really consistent. I think Douglas drives the car I'm thinking of, then I'm gonna pick Josh on this one just from a consistency point, because
What is he driving in? Josh Stewart.
The Corvette. It's like green and purple and.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good
he's
driver.
he's really good. I don't know why he's in this fucking. Yeah, it's just the way how she goes. But like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, I'm figuring out what car this is, but
There's only like 50 drivers to keep track of. Okay.
the only thing that keeps showing up, I look up his name and then Drifter, and it just says picture of his face. And the only car photos we got Adam Knapkin, and then Frederick Oswald and Brandon Sorensen.
Are you just gonna call
So,
him Adam Napkin now?
yeah, he would probably giggle at that because there's probably a lot of people that are stupid like me.
Oh man. Oh.
Douglas for the win purely for the mullet points.
It was pretty solid mullet.
That is pretty damn solid.
Alrighty, moving up. The two style boys out here.
I'm nervous.
I feel bad for your boy. I feel bad.
This is a tough one.
Because Dustin usually does pretty good in St. Louis too.
He does do good at St. Louis. He's been knocked out by him here before.
Oh yeah,
Top 16. Oh, so yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was just having this conversation with him yesterday. He's like, this should be a good one, you know. Like I think I got this. And I was like, dude, like Dustin drives a lot, dude. I'm like, he puts some miles on that baby. I'm like, and you've lost to him here. I'm like, I know that you are driving a lot better this year. Like for Matt, he is definitely that smaller turbo has fucking. He looks like a whole new guy out there. As long as he could tighten those chases up, if he could get like a good lead, tighten that chase up, this should be a really good battle. Honestly,
It should,
yeah. Like I'm gonna say Matt. Just ignorantly.
I'm picking Dusty here because
yeah, because more realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, truly, these boys like they like each other. Like they got the same style, like going on and fucking.
The thing is, honestly, I think Dusty's one of my dark horses for this event. Because he's always done this. He's always been good at this event.
And the only thing that takes him out is mechanical, typically. No, it's just like any time else, honestly, for the poor fucking guy. Like, it's always like some bullshit. And this year it seems like his bullshit's a lot lesser, and he's truly. I want him to go pro so bad, bro.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
That would be the sickest thing to see fucking Dustin Miles doing all 8 rounds, because he's got cool style. It would be cool to shoot all 8 rounds. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm truly anxious but excited for that round, because honestly, no matter which way it goes, I'll be happy. I like both of them. Obviously, I love Matt. He pays my bills. So yeah, it's you better do good there, Dusky. Don't you fuck it up.
Oh man.
I already get these guys confused so much because they have the same car. Yeah, but Dustin's is painted.
Yeah, no, Dustin's
He's got.
good.
That's why he's Miles of style, baby.
Right,
He don't play on that.
So we got Daniel in the that BMW, and then you got the Boss Man.
Both are pretty good.
Yeah,
Should be another decent battle. I think Movasio is actually gonna win this.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, his boss is learning the tracks too, and Daniel's got a year underneath his belt, so I think that counts for a lot. So
He competed last year.
yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yep.
Same car?
Yeah, it wasn't yellow though.
Was the E36 thing, right?
E46
E46.
Turbo LS. It's
Am I thinking of a different dude?
no. You might be.
Yeah, I probably am.
He's got a
Damn.
yellow BMW.
Yellow BMW. Oh yeah. Yep. Alright, never mind. That's gonna be a tight battle just because.
They're two guys that I think will be excited to get into the top 32 battles as well.
Uh-huh.
Just guys that are, trying to get that consistency down. And with Boss, he's got that brand new car and the carbon fiber 350Z. The thing is sweet.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw that dude drive, I think I told you it was at a gambler event, and he tanked that thing into going into outer two. Just absolutely mollywopped that fucking wall. I was like, holy smokes. That dude just really
Yeah.
went for a ride. And they had to forklift him off.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that.
All right. Next up. Oh, this might be the best battle of the seating bracket. What do you think? I'd have to look at all the other battles, but
I mean,
Margaritas and Jaeger.
Margaritas is really good. That's what I said to Matt actually yesterday too. I was like, this could be a really close one as long as his car doesn't fuck up too.
Mm-hmm.
Margaritas, it always seems like he's got like some other new wacky issue that's like throwing him for a loop or something. Whereas like Alex, like the only reason I truly lost at E-Town is because he just isn't used to that wall being so far back.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, like, I haven't really asked him too much about it, but that's just like in my head. That's
Mm-hmm.
like we're so used to one thing, and that was another thing.
That changed,
And
yeah.
I think that he's gonna come here with a vengeance because he's still in that fight for a podium spot for a championship, and he truly wants, like to go pro. He does want to take it to the next level. Um, so I'm gonna stick with my boy on this one with like a not ignorantly this time. I think that
Yeah.
I think that his car is faster. He doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
as much angle capability in the 370 as the E46. I think is what, right? He
Yeah,
has.
that's what
Yeah.
it is. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Um. Yeah.
I
So
think it's gonna be close, but I think I'm picking Alex on this one too. I think you're
yeah,
right. I think his car is faster, and I think that's gonna be
his
huge at this track.
he has good chases. I don't know what the sunlight's gonna look like for that time of the day, like during that seating bracket. If it's
Right.
gonna like if it's setting on them right as they're coming into that last zone, that's what kills Alex, dude. It
Mm-hmm.
it's when he can't see, he really he loses it.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, like obviously I would lose it too. I don't
Right.
practice the seto with the smoke on. Hell no, dude.
Oh man. All right. Next up, we got Justin Chestnut and Tyler Foley. Two guys that I feel like need a win.
I'm going Foley, dude. Let's go, baby.
I think I'm gonna go Tyler too. Two guys that been in the couple season now
Hmm.
for these guys, and I think it'll be a good solid battle. And but yeah, two guys that I feel like really could use a win. And then
Yeah,
we got
Justin definitely isn't driving bad. I
mm-mm,
think Tyler, uh,
more consistent driver, I would say,
yeah,
that I've seen so far.
with those coils though that he did put on at E-Town, he was telling me that it truly he could not figure that thing out. Like he
Really?
just kept putting more and more into the car to try to grip it up, and he just felt like it wasn't. It just kept like when he would throw it into like outer two, it just kept sliding. And he's like,
Really?
he's like, I don't know the car setup no more. And the fact that he still only has just a stock diff in that thing, so he only
That's
has
right.
just the 100 million miles an hour
Mm-hmm.
for the so I think that that's going to be a tough one. I'm going Tyler because I think by the end of E-Town he truly started to have that car more dialed,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that here he can get away with a second gear. Honestly, that's what he's
Yeah.
going to be driving this course in. And that's going to benefit him.
Oh yeah. Well, I think next battle should be a fun one too. McDowell and
Yeah,
Britsky, man.
yeah,
Tough draw for McDowell. Obviously, Dimitri's going to be the guy that's expected to win for pro reasons, but uh, I would not count out Brandon.
yeah. He's not doing bad.
That dude, that dude can throw down some runs.
Yeah, especially when
Um,
he's if he's got a proper lead to chase too, and you know that you can commit and not really have the fear of what they're gonna do.
mhm.
Like, oh, this guy's actually a pro. So yeah, that should be a good one. I'm gonna go on the Dimitri side, but very with a toe in, you know. It's not a unanimous decision in my brain on the Dimitri side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pick Dimitri, but I think it'll be a fun battle. I, I think it'll be good for Brandon to get a good lead to chase.
Yeah.
So it should be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Obviously, you got Adam Napkin, according to you, and
if you just mix up
Clark.
the letters a little bit, it would be napkin. No, there's no second N. Well, Clark has had some bad luck this year. As
Yeah, it's one of those
oh,
things where
let's. He
you
said,
can't
let's talk
pick
about the
him until he
Dimitri.
shows that the car is going to be 100% and that he can keep up, you know?
Yeah.
And St. Louis does not benefit low powered cars at all.
No, not at all.
And I already know that car is underpowered as it is.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick him until he starts, showing us. I think I maybe saw him one practice lap or something
Yeah.
last round. So
I mean, the car looks cool.
the car looks
Does look
great, but
does look cool.
you gotta bring the whole package.
Yeah. You can't look good to feel good really in this sport. But
And Adam's
also
car, by the way, looks great. I love Adam's car.
it does look great, and it makes a lot of power. Sorry, I need a water right
Get
here.
out of here. But
Did you see fucking did you see all the shit about Dimitri?
uh, when?
Like I guess recently, honestly, it was on Lone Star Dirt.
Oh,
They brought up an old video of him leading Ben Hobson while Ben was driving his S14,
yeah.
and he was going 10 miles an hour, and there was no brake lights at all, and he's clearly locking the front tires up and everything. And recently, um, Chelsea had posted in a story and tagged Dimitri that he's not a real driver, and that the judges need to start seeing this and stop rewarding but I look at him during his things and it looks like he's flying, dude, during FD.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if that was
I think there's some courses where he does a lot of left foot braking more
mm-hmm.
than other people.
Yep.
I think Orlando, it's pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
And a couple other tracks.
But I truly didn't feel this round that it really
Yeah.
held him up too much. I think he did a really good job at Orlando, that especially that field battle,
Yeah.
for field not to run him over. That's when you know that he truly wasn't slowing it down that much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Denofa likes to mix things spicy, so I
He
don't
does
hate
like
it.
to make things spicy. And I think that if he made that post a year ago or 2 years ago, I think it would have held more.
More weight.
Yeah, more weight, more truth to it. But I think now, this, especially this year, he's really Dimitri's just he's fast. I think he just decided that he didn't want to really left foot brake too much. Maybe he heard all the people talking shit about him. Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to hear people talking shit about you. It's like,
Exactly.
at the end of the day, I don't think he's really trying to play games. I'm sure a little bit, back in
Right.
the day, but now that he's got a name, like, never settle.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I think we're both unanimous in picking Adam for this battle, just because
Yeah.
it's hard to pick Clark until we see something new.
Yeah.
Next up, and
Come on,
Jason, I like,
Casey.
I like what Jason said about this. This is two guys that you know don't expect to be in this bracket.
Yeah.
You know, two guys that were hoping for some better results this season. I feel like,
Yeah.
and so it's going to be tough seeing one of these guys lose. Um, but I think it'll be another really good battle. Um, you got the
Yeah.
two Coles going at each other, and the thing is, as you know, Cole Richards, no slouch, and Casey's been doing Prospec for a minute now, and he's
Yeah.
got a good setup and everything. So
Yeah. When the car's working and he's on it, he's really got good runs. But Cole is definitely, I feel like, more.
he's kind of like, to me, like the big surprise in this bracket. But
Yeah.
the thing with Prospec is it truly punishes you for losing in the top 32.
Yeah. It really does.
In FD, if you're in the back half and you lose in the top 32, then you get punished. But if you're in the top half and you lose in top 32, you still don't have to do the bracket.
Right.
Um, so
Yeah.
it's not as bad, I guess, or is
Yeah.
what's the
Whereas
word?
like
Strict.
in this case, like Matt
No
would have
matter
been
what,
like,
if
I
you
think
lose,
safe. Like
yeah.
he wouldn't have been in it. Like
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
so.
no matter what, you're in this bracket if you lose in top 32. So
Yep.
it's pretty harsh. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Richards on this one. I think he's got the faster car.
It's that
Um,
V8. It's
mm-hmm.
easier to get around, especially a track like this where you don't need to clutch kick as many times.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's a very fast car, but I think it'll be a really good battle and one that I'm really looking forward to.
yeah, I just want to clear. Whereas like Casey does have to he's probably got clutch kick the shit out of his like poor Jay Z. All the turbo cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
V8s definitely are probably a better choice overall. But like, who doesn't love a good old whistle? Oh, no.
exactly. All right, next we got Jace. He's got, if you remember, that black and green S13.
Yeah, Dylan's old one.
Mm-hmm. And then you got
Mhm.
Trevor Root. I think Trevor Root's got the experience here.
Yeah,
Um,
his car is fast.
yeah, I think he's gonna have the advantage just because of
Hmm.
the experience here, and he's a solid driver too.
Hmm.
Um, but I still want to see more driving from Jace. I don't think he drove a lot in New Jersey, or I
Definitely not.
don't remember him seeing driving a whole lot. Probably, I assume having issues, like a lot of
Yeah,
people were.
I think he drove Pro Bro down,
Did he?
but yeah, I think so. I don't
Okay,
remember.
but yeah. So, but I think it'll be a good battle. It's just it's one of those things where I think having the experience really trumps. All right, now what do we? Okay, that's why we're not
Yeah, I'm
going
picking
this way.
Trevor.
Yeah, we're going Trevor on that one.
Good
But
luck, Trevor.
what I
You
could
got this,
do is
buddy.
I could have. Nope, nope. I'm just trying to think how I want to do this next. All right, we got the main event then, which
Oh,
for this one obviously we don't know who's going against who because it's all seating bracket based. But what I like to do with this bracket is you have to pick from these drivers,
hmm,
and you got to pick who do you like for a final four. You know, and we can you can briefly hit on obviously Donati and both Connor and Donati uh, did good at this round last year. So one of them is not going to be in the final four.
Oh
So that'll be
boy.
good.
I'm gonna have to say Osoli, Chen, uh let's see. Lemaire and then Magmumi.
Oh, going Sam, huh?
Yeah, he's looking better and better, dude.
Hmm. You know what? I'm going Mana and Jaden. I think Jaden's
Oh
gonna.
shit.
I think Jaden's gonna pull up the upset on Tommy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think
would be fucking wild.
Battle of Canada. Um,
Yeah, they're
and
like probably buddies.
then on the other side, because I like to be a little contrarian. Uh,
She did do good here last year. Yeah,
uh,
she does drive good, Amanda.
she also did. You remember Kelsey last year did the whole rail grind on the
Oh yeah, she did
on.
a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
coming out of outer two, going into the third zone. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
That
was
was
pretty dope.
wild.
And she just stayed in it. Yeah,
Oh
Floret,
man, but
you're
yeah,
good, you're good, you're good. The SpongeBob shit.
I'm picking Love and Osoli on the other side,
Okay.
and so out of that winners, I'm picking Love for the win.
Damn. I'm thinking he gets knocked out top 32.
Dang, that's
I'm thinking
that's a hot take
some.
right there.
I I think somehow that Chris Leonard's just gonna like
Well, he's
just.
not going against Chris. He'd be going
Oh yeah,
against if
that's
Chris
right.
would have to
Yeah, that would
win, and then
be.
he
Yeah,
goes against
yeah,
Chris in
yeah.
16.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Whoever it is, number 28.
number
I don't
28
understand how
is
they get the number.
no. I think again. I'll say it again. I said this before the last round. Top Prospec top 16 on is super fun to watch.
Yeah,
It's one of
it
those,
really is.
and the thing is, you also get some really good battles in top 32. Not everyone's a banger,
Hmm.
but I would say a good portion of them are really good. And then once you get to top 16, man, it's game on.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. They really. It's really not bad.
Mm.
Um, there's still like some fucking every once in a blue moon some poopers, but
Yeah, every
you'll
once
have
in a while
that.
someone breaks, someone
Uh huh.
spins, or just pushes it too hard every once in a while. I mean, that was kind of my complaint with Drift Masters this weekend. Oh, there was a point in there, and it was during when the track was patchy, so I guess it's somewhat understandable. But
Yeah.
almost every run, someone was crashing or spinning out or doing something dumb,
Yeah.
and there was like I think it was like 5 or 6 runs where you didn't get a consistent battle of just like a
Yeah.
clean battle. It was all someone
Just
zeroed somewhere.
mishmash. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just garbage. Yep.
Um,
Damn.
and you'll get events like that, you know. Oh man, and nope, we went this one.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that it's smaller,
Yeah,
but we get to do the whole thing.
yeah,
I
exactly.
like I like shooting this.
I,
Shit makes me excited.
well, it gives me hype for the round, you know.
Yeah, it does. Let's
It's
go,
one.
Derek. Oh shit, it's Derek versus Andy. God damn
Yeah,
it. Well, son of a gun. All right, Mike Power getting lucky again with the buy run.
I know,
Last
dude.
time he got a buy run because Vaughn wasn't here.
Hmm.
This time he gets a
Well,
buy
then he's
run.
gonna go against Byron in the top four.
Wow.
Like he's just got a free ride to the podium in the seating bracket there.
Wow, look at that.
No matter what, he gets third place
Yeah.
because he's top person qualifier or whatever.
Yeah.
He's on the
Wow.
box no matter what.
That's insane. Do you think that he paid it off to be like that?
Well, the only thing I think is gonna bother me is that I think this means somebody gets a buy run in top 32, which
Okay.
bothers me because someone that's gonna lose here
Is going to miss out.
is gonna
Yeah,
miss out on a run
they should just
in top
fill
32.
that seat.
I know it would. It's kind of a bummer because it's like like.
Yeah, they should take whoever. So the numbers here, right? This is
Hmm.
like so. Kyle is second here in the
Like,
seating bracket, right?
theoretically, why can't we just move one of these battles in the lower bracket? Just move one of the guys over so that they're just going against Mike Power in the top four or whatever,
Yeah.
top eight,
Yep.
instead of battling in the top 16 or whatever, or the oh, it's the top eight, so they would battle them in the Mike Power in the top four,
Yep.
instead of losing a driver in the top eight here and not having a full field.
I guess for the
You know,
fact of the mat, like
obviously you
maybe,
can't do it for the math reasons, but like
yeah,
it
maybe
would be
maybe
nice if they
Forrest
could
will
fudge the
show up.
rules to where I wish they could just put it in the rules if they get to modify the bracket if there is going to be a buy run going into competition and they know that
Yeah.
before the event.
Yep.
It's not like you can't change it if someone breaks during the event and you're like, oh
Right.
dang, now
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
runs. But
Yep.
before the event, if they know both Forrest Wang and Vaughn Gittin are not going to be there, they should have the right to modify the bracket so that we at least have a full field for top 32.
I agree.
I think that would be an interesting, rule to implement.
Bringing it up to Ryan right now.
I mean, it makes sense.
No, I know.
You don't want buy runs
It,
in top 32 if
no,
you can help
it's
it.
that would help. I mean, nobody in the spectator stand wants just they're there to watch some cool shit. Yeah, single runs are cool, whatever, but they're here for the tandems.
Exactly.
That's what it is. You're onto something there, for real. It's a
Yeah.
good one.
But first actual battle we get to talk about is
For
good
D-Mad
old
and Andy.
D-Mads and Andy. And we're going to do this. Put you in the corner. Stay. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so we got D-Mads and Andy.
Yeah. Andy does good here.
That's the
This
thing
is
is,
Derek's home track, though.
I think they both do pretty solid here. I mean, they both driven this track multiple times.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a good battle.
I do too. I don't really know who to pick here. I like them both. I want Derek to win.
The nice thing is that, Derek was able to, get his car, working all right by the end of the New Jersey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it looked like it worked good.
So it's one of those things where Derek is, on the upswing, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But Andy's also gotten his car figured out. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Andy because of the success he had last year.
Fair. That's fair.
He got second place in Prospec.
Yeah, I think Derek blew it off the track or something, right?
Yeah. Derek's had mixed results at this track, but I know it's tough. But
yeah.
I'll have to go with Andy on this one, but I'm really excited. I think it'll be a really good battle. And I'm bummed that these guys, I'm bummed for all the guys that have to compete in this top 8 bracket, knowing there's an open spot in one of the brackets.
Yep.
It's
for sure.
We got Rudy Hansen and Dimitri, the two guys that are running both Pro and Prospec.
What a combo,
dude.
Wow.
And it's funny, it's just how it kind of works out. But
I guess.
One of these days, I just feel like Dimitri's eventually going to work his way out of these seating brackets.
Oh, I think so too.
I think eventually.
I'm shocked that he's still in there.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's tough to win in top 32 in pro.
Fuck yeah. Everybody's good. Everybody's real good.
So
you never know what
Dimitri
you're gonna
on
get.
This one, but mainly for the consistency factor.
I would too.
But Rudy's got a fast car. This track likes fast cars.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good battle no matter what.
What happened to Matt E-Town? Which Matt?
There's a bunch of different mats.
Last track hit the wall. Field, lost a wheel.
Yeah, shared
on entry.
Wheel studs.
Yeah. Gesundheit. You good? Is there any other mats? No, there's no mat. There's no other mats. There's only those 2 mats. So yeah, Fast Track, uh, French 20 should have fried. Um, and
French 20
then
should have fried. That's great.
and then Field just sheared the studs off his wheel on the entry, which had
And
that
you can't really drive with
gnarly.
one wheel. It doesn't
No,
work
he
too hot.
tried. He really did. He did.
He tried.
So he hit this huge bump. Like it's like, oh, it's just a bump, no problem. It's like no. Quickly, like, oh man, I'm looking at the sky right now.
Yeah. All right. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab a cough drop.
Oh man, you don't got any on you?
No, man. I haven't had to use them, but apparently talking it does this to my voice. You know.
We live in a
I'm
household
on
where
the outer edge of whatever this thing I had was, but I still every once in a while it's just to like pop up real quick. I'll be right back.
okay. When is Derek gonna get a buy run? Well, it should have been this round if FD was nice. But I mean, hopefully Derek won't ever need a buy run. Maybe soon his talents will just speak for themselves. Um, Jason, I'm not sure where I'm staying. Honestly, I have to see where my flight takes me, and then I have to see about where I'm staying Saturday. Or I could probably fly out Saturday night. Now that I think of it, I definitely want some good fucking food. I was gonna drive there, but then I said to Matt, I was like, all right, well, there's a chance one of these times that these long drives I do, the car's not gonna make it, and then I'm not gonna make it there in time, and then I'm gonna be even pissed. So he's like, all right, I'll just fly you. I'm like, okay. So I'll have to let you know. I don't know where the hell I'm staying. What the hell is I gotta get? Amos. Emos. Does that have food? I'm flying out on Tuesday evening. I should be there around. Not sure yet.
How far
Because
away is it from you?
to 14 and a half hours to drive.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's how I was gonna do it. And it's one of those things that now that I own the car or the car's in my name, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want some stupid shit to go wrong. I can't just be like, yo. I think there's like a 60,000 mile warranty on it or whatever.
Yeah.
But talk to me about that if you don't have a ride. Oh, thanks, Jason. I'll have to let him know too. But yeah, so that was the determined outcome, I believe, of that whole situation. But he said he would look into it tomorrow. I said, all
Okay.
right,
Well,
well,
keep me updated, buddy.
I was like, well, don't spend a lot of money because I'll just fucking drive. Like, I don't think it's gonna fall apart. I'm just saying, one of these times, I'm gonna have to do some stupid. It's a long drive, dude. It's hot out. Shit starts going wrong.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't know if I told you, but I had to pull over twice to
Okay,
clear codes in my Corolla.
I saw the story. I saw, yeah, you didn't tell me. I saw your story. I was like, damn, damn. But you
New
made
car
it.
problems, right? No, it's the intake. I fixed it though.
Just flashed it.
Well, there's a PCV system that the intake now comes with. That didn't come with when I bought it.
Oh,
So I got that. Put it in. Should be good.
okay. Very nice.
Now, if I could stop talking or coughing, that would be great.
Yeah.
But let's get back into this. All right, Kyle Mohan and Zhao Barrion. Man, this is gonna be a party.
Yeah,
It's gonna sound wild.
it's definitely gonna sound wild. That's the
And
only like other car
I'm
that could keep
definitely
up with the
I'm
V8.
definitely hoping for some more practice at Kyle this time.
Charity.
They actually smell amazing. I can smell it. Oh, that smells so good.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, and
I'm so excited for him.
Jason hyped up your wheels. All right, so we'll speed this up a little bit so that way they don't get cold. But yeah,
Yeah.
Kama and Jao Baryon. There's another dude on a setup named Jao, and I always fucking see him. I'm like, is that him? And he's got some other like
Yeah.
Brazilian last name, Portuguese, and I'm like, damn. Yeah, I'll be there. A
I think
party
I'm
of
going
who
with.
can make it around the track is definitely something. That is also it could
It's
be
true.
that or it could be good, you know.
Could be sometimes good, sometimes shit. You know.
More times probably shit than good, but that's all right. We'll see what
I'm going
happens.
for Zhao for the fun.
Yeah,
I want to have
I
some fun.
think I think he's gonna. As the car's so fucking big. I feel like
Mm.
it's just so wide.
It's a weird. It's just a weird car.
It's so sharp.
It's
All the edges are just so sharp looking.
like a
But
hedgehog. It's
yeah,
got like spikes
really
everywhere.
does. Like over the rear quarters, just like another extra like the I don't even know. Just air things. Jawa's having a hard time with yeah.
The question is, when does Zhao not have a hard time with his car setup?
He's got to ditch that C7 and go to a C6 like good old Field.
Dude, well, just build a car everyone else has. I don't get it.
Yeah, or that too.
What is with foreigners coming into the country and going and building some exotic or new build that they're like the only person that has it, and I'm like, just come over and bring something that everybody else has. Like if you want to build an S14, there is a catalog list that you can go buy right now of parts to build an
Yeah,
FD car.
everybody
Those lists exist. If you want to build an
down the
E46,
street, you
there
can
is a
find
catalog
somebody
of
with a
parts that
setup.
you go buy to build an FD E46.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, it's good for sponsors. You know, that's all I can say is that
yeah,
it is good.
yeah.
But you got to
Just
do
tell the
good.
sponsors, hey, I'm gonna get knocked out every round in the first round, and I'm only gonna drive the first day. So that's when everyone's gonna see the car instead of you know,
And
hey,
with
I'm
the
gonna
big
go build
old
this car that
360
everyone else
cam
has,
sticking off
but
it.
I'm actually gonna drive the second day and actually be competitive, and your car's gonna get seen by a lot more people. You know.
Yeah, that's like I mean, James Dean driving that same chassis for fucking ever over there. It's his driving. He's one of the ones where his driving spoke for it himself. He didn't have to be like an internet sensation or whatever. He was
Mm-hmm.
just good.
Right.
So yeah, I don't follow Jao. I don't even know if he's got like some like silly Instagram or anything. Like he was what's that show that was on Netflix, right? He did that
Yeah,
show
he
too.
was on the Netflix one. I
Yeah.
don't, the one with like Fielding and those guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and Diego.
Yeah, he had a Mustang, I believe,
Okay.
like an old one.
Huh. Maybe you should go back to that. No.
I don't think
Yeah.
it was an FD car, but yeah.
No, definitely not.
Next battle, I think Thorn would get a bye because Kearney is only doing the West Coast events, and this is not a West Coast event. So
Yeah.
good for him.
Good. Good for him. Good for
Uh,
him. He has a good fighting chance for that next battle. So going into the
hmm
the 4,
Yeah.
so
So
that should
I
be
think
cool.
he's a guy that another guy that I think will eventually
Hyperdrive.
compete his way out of this seating bracket.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take some time, and I really like how his driving's been progressing. Then we
Robert,
got
and Mr. Thorne has fucking been killing it this year.
yeah,
He's getting like too aggressive. Now he's got to just dial it back just a little bit.
hmm and a lot of drivers when they come into FD have to do that. Like they think they gotta drive at an 11 to stay with everybody, when
Yeah.
really they should be driving at a 9, and that's gonna get you by a lot of the time.
Yep. Yep. Keep it
And
clean
you know,
and
for
be
example,
consistent.
guy at the bottom down here, Alec Robbins is a guy has had to learn that a lot.
Yeah.
In his career in FD as well. But
running
next
over his
battle,
poor Kyle.
Daniel Stuckey and Federico Strifo. Do you remember what happened to these guys? It has to have been 2 or 3 years ago.
At the end of this round, right
Yeah, at
where
the end of their
Federico
run,
ran into
and
him or whatever.
Stuckey hits his
Oh
wheel
yeah,
and
it was
flies
Suki
into the
that.
air
Yeah,
all fours.
yeah, yeah,
That was wild. But
yeah. Poor Suki. He's just always just looking like this idiot, like idiot guy. Like, but he's not.
no,
He's
he's the chillest guy you'll ever meet,
yeah.
and it's so funny because he just the way things happen around him, he just looks like an antagonist.
He really does. And ultimately, he's just trying to do the right thing all the time. It seems like it is a classic moment. It truly was. That was funny to me. I
So
remember seeing
actually,
that and I was like, oh
hmm
my god.
yeah, and actually, I didn't film that. That was Rebecca.
Ah,
Yeah,
how
so
about them apples?
Becca filmed that. So credit to that shot that blew up. That was her. That was awesome. But
Hell yeah, good on her.
mm-hmm.
Damn.
Because I would have stopped recording by then probably. Because it was
Yeah,
like a good a couple seconds after they'd stopped drifting.
yeah, yeah.
You
And
know.
Stucky was still just full throttle, just like having a good time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that really ultimately what he was doing was just having fun.
Yeah. But honestly, I like Stu. I think so. Stuckey hasn't really had the results I think that have been warranted for how good he's been driving.
Yeah,
Um, so I think I'm gonna pick him to win this round.
yeah,
But I think he's one of those guys where I think he just needs some results to fall for him. He's one of those guys where feel like he drives at a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10 a lot of the
yeah,
time, and he's like the opposite of a Robert Thorne or an Alec Robbins, where I feel like could try and push it a little bit more,
yeah.
and I think that's gonna push him over the top on some of his battles.
Yeah, I could see that. Because I mean, those battles with him and Chris, like he's just like right there.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally like right there. But like him being there was like a very timid style, and that's what like ended up getting him. Yeah, he was right. Obviously, he had contact with him, but like if he was to have that
It's
extra
the angle,
little
you know.
bit of aggression and then like the throttle commitment, and that's what happened, the lack of like you wanted to get off, and then the car grips, and now you're
Mm-hmm.
like, well, now you're going forward and then towards them, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
like spooky. And yeah, but like if you're able to just get through like your head, like, okay, these cars want the extra little oomph, the throttle down. Oh, baby's there.
Yeah, we got
Hi.
doggy.
The real doggy this time.
Yeah, so she apparently wants to come say hi.
She's letting you know again. Charity sent her in.
I know. She's like, hey, there's food on the table and
Ye-
I need some of it.
It's crazy that I also love shrimp.
It's wild. All right, and now the final battle.
Yeah.
And it
Can
doesn't. I would say it doesn't get easier for Hobson. This dude does not get easy. It's
no.
like the ultimate welcome to Pro 1 experience.
Yeah, he's really just going. He's just testing every other driver out.
I
Honestly,
know, dude.
it's just like, which one of these guys can I maybe
Who's the
get a win
hardest
in?
driver to go against every round in the seeding bracket, and I'm gonna go against him.
Yeah, this is the Robbins has probably got to be the most competitive one this
He's probably
year.
one of the more experienced ones, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, that are actually here, obviously
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
attending. Um, but yeah, I'm I don't know what to say about this one. This is
I
gonna
think
be
it's
a
gonna be a
tough
rowdy
track.
battle.
This is, I think, gonna be a
This is
tough
Robin's
track
home
for him.
track, I think, or the one closest to him.
Yeah, yeah, I think Ben's gonna really have a tough time in that RTR mobile around
I mean,
that
he
course.
won in his
S14.
S14 last year.
Yeah, but that thing's like when you're coming around outer two, that thing's not fucking whop, whop,
Mm-hmm.
whop like nonstop. Like this is just a battle of like now you're bouncing. Like that thing bounces like crazy. It's got all this grip. It's got all this power, and like you're trying to just like keep level the throttle, but since it's bouncing, like it just keeps blipping it. So now you're doing even bigger wheelies. And it's like, I don't know. I hope that he's able to get that thing going. Like, I don't know how the hell James figures that thing out. I truly think that he's got a different front end on that thing, but it's
Mm-hmm.
totally. But yeah, is it possible Haasing does get into the 32 but ends up against James Dean, or is Dean gonna get he gets the bye run? Unfortunately, that's the thing that Nate was saying that it would be cool if in this circumstance, because you could tell from this weeks before the event that it was going to be like that they should adjust the bracket in the sense of maybe Ben taking Forrest's spot over there and then having the battle Mike in the top 4, or any of these guys, and just give them a bye run, which then will fill the bracket in the top 32. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it just seems simple to me,
it's
but
kind of like a
and the
no-brainer
thing
move,
is like if
honestly.
you did that before you release this, no one would know.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
literally.
you're just like okay, everyone in the bracket that's going to be attending, you have everyone in a hat except for Mike
Yep.
Bauer, and you pick that one person out, and you just be like, okay, I move this person to here,
Yep.
and then solution solved.
James is also one of the biggest driver mods out there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, his driving is just he's through the roof. But yeah, I'm gonna vote for Ben. After what I said, regardless, I am still gonna
Really,
think that, yeah, because I know that he is really good
you
here.
know, and this is probably the track that he would be most well equipped, I think, to do that.
I think that car honestly is meant for a course like this. I think that as long as he can keep that shit together, but in that outer zone after
Mm-hmm.
coming down that straight, then it's just an easy shoot. You just hammer down, fill outer 3, and then just throw that bitch into the last zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is just. I think that the Mustangs here are quite well equipped for these courses. They are just so fast to get out of nothing.
Yeah. Although I do want to remind you of something.
Mm.
Do you remember 2 years ago who was number one qualifier at this round?
Chelsea?
Alec Robbins.
Was it really?
I think
Wow,
it
I
was
don't
two
remember
years
that.
ago. Unfortunately, he hit the wall in top 32 or top 16. Um, but yeah, so Alec Robbins, I think, is also not a guy to sleep on here,
Yeah,
and especially this track. So I think
going with the old
I
Robbins.
think I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go. I
I
think I'm gonna
think
go
that
with
that's
Robbins on this just from what I know he can do. So,
I think it's a safer choice,
dude,
honestly.
it's one of those ones where I'm gonna be super hyped for it, but then I'm gonna be
Yeah,
super bummed for whoever loses.
yeah,
It's just one of
yeah,
those
and
things where it's like you hate to see it, but it's also gonna be hyped.
yeah, yeah. Whichever way that it goes will be cool. I mean, Ben obviously will be. It's what the crowd really wants. A lot of
I
people
would
would
say the
like.
crowd is gonna be bigger in favor of Robbins just because it's a
Oh well,
local track to him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not wrong there. Good point. I keep forgetting about that. Well, I'll be. But yeah, we'll see what happens here.
All right, so let's look at the whole bracket. Who do we got in the finals here, bud?
One side versus the other side.
Yep.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. versus Dean Carney. Well, no matter which way you cut the cake here, I'm thinking that Power versus maybe Thorn.
I think it's funny because you got like Team Prospec bracket down here in the bottom left.
For real. Honestly, yeah. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So
I think that either Thorn or
I'm going Thorn Dimitri, and I got Thorn the win.
yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if Ben does it too, or Stukey, or Robbins, or any of those guys. You know.
I just see somehow like I know I voted for Dimitri, but like Rudy knocking him out, and then if Rudy knocks him out somehow, and it goes up against Power,
Mm-hmm.
I think that Power could just get him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't suck. He's just got bad. Let's go D-Mad versus Stuke in the seeding finals. That would be cool.
That'd be
That
great.
definitely that would be like top tier. I would be so fucking hyped.
Yo, Jason? Can you tell D-Mats to put like an actual kit on his car and not whatever holes and drapes that he has on that thing now? Make it look like a car instead of
I don't
some
think it
homeless
looks
person's.
too
You know,
bad.
it's so bad, dude. Come on.
I don't think it's that bad. I think there's worse looking vehicles out in the
That
field.
S14 looks like it's gone through a world war. Just the
Well,
body
it
panels.
basically has. Yeah, the panels to now, at
Yeah, I
least.
mean,
Yeah,
obviously the
the
car is
old
brand new,
chassis,
but the panels are from the old car, and I'm like, dude, just
and
somebody
that
get
car
this
was
man a
through
2F kit or
basically
something. Like,
for real. You're trying to get a fresh wrap to happen so badly. He needs like some sticky glue.
need some duct tape.
Yeah, whatever. Just fucking wrap over it. Who cares?
All right, next up, at the old seating bracket here, or the whole top 32 bracket. That's what this is.
Yep. So James Dean gets a win.
That's real original, bud.
Well, normally it's Chris Forsberg.
That's
Now it's changed. How the turntables.
true. Oh man. All right, let's zoom her in here. Obviously, James Dean, number one, gets the old bye. Looks
Byru.
like.
Yeah.
But then we got
Oh,
these guys again. Except they didn't get a run in New Jersey because Novak broke.
by 1
And
second.
By 1 second missed his top timeout, which I'm sure was rough, dude.
Yeah, because he shouldn't even have needed to have to call it.
Yeah. But
That sucked.
he's gonna get his redemption going against
Mr. Hurst.
And you know,
Novak's
honestly,
he's a killer
I'm pretty
here.
hyped. I'm pretty hyped for
Yeah.
this battle, dude.
Yeah, they're both really good, and Novak just really fucking throws down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that this will be good. I'm gonna vote in favor of Novak, but I wouldn't be surprised
I'm
if
voting
Hurst
in
won.
favor of fireballs. So I like
Fair enough.
Hurst.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did win.
Yeah, honestly, it's a coin flip.
Yeah, it really is. Like it could go truly any way. Novak could throw it too hard and then fucking make an unchaseable leap, you know, because he does got some crazy style.
Yeah, you know, I'm excited. It's gonna be a party.
Yeah, me too.
Shout out Ken Gucci, doing awesome work. You know, knocking out Manoa last round, man, dude. That dude, I don't know what it is with him this year. Seems like a refreshed new man, and maybe it is the Jay-Z, but I feel like it's just nice to it's a good world when Ken Gucci is, you know, back in the mix, and driving and not having all these car issues all the time.
Yeah, you don't want one of the OGs feeling like disheartened because they're just getting shit on by like the new crowd. That's like one of my like I hate seeing that shit. It's like you're not bad, dude. I promise you're still really good. It's just
now and he's kicking butt over in Japan too, in FD Japan.
Oh
so
yeah, he's crushing it over there. Crushing it.
it's good to see some good stuff go Ken Gushi's way.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like Ken.
All
Good man.
right.
Good man.
I'm excited. Another fantastic battle. You got Connor Shanahan versus Castro.
Castro's been looking great. Castro, I
And
mean, I
Shanahan
think
is
that,
Shanahan, so it's
and
like
Shanahan is just definitely Shanahan, and then it's gonna be Shanahan versus maybe Gucci, which is going to be sick.
Mhm.
Well, I'm saying that as
You
already
know
like
what?
he won the battle, but
You know what? I have a feeling something's gonna go awry. I think Castro's winning.
yeah, I can see that honestly. It's
I'm
just
going off the board. Not
the luck of
necessarily off the board, but like
the Irish.
I think something's gonna happen. I think
And he's gonna have
I think
another
he's gonna
story
push too hard
post.
on that in the last zone, and he's gonna hit Castro and spin.
Yep. Make another story.
Calling it now.
That's a good
But
call.
yeah,
I'm as long as he doesn't do that though. I mean, Connor's chases are just fucking.
exactly. I mean,
I'm excited to see it.
it should be fun.
I just love watching that motherfucker drive.
Yeah. Shout out Dylan Hughes. Great
Uh,
job in New Jersey.
Hell yeah,
Honestly,
brother.
I'm so happy to see him. And then look who's not in the seating bracket.
Mr. Literal. It's a
Mr. Literal, man.
it's a crazy thing.
Dude, it's weird, you know. It's weird. It's weird seeing this guy like rip again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been where it's been like, oh, okay, oh, you're going against Literal? Oh, so that's a buy run,
Yeah.
you know?
Literally, I mean, it's been a long time. And people have been talking their
Mm-hmm.
shit, you know. But like, I mean, he gets it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just been a mechanical like learning process,
It's been
and
a
the car
nightmare.
just blowing up on him, and then ay 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 ay. Yeah. So that I mean, I think that this is honestly gonna be a sick battle. Like Ryan, like
I
two
mean, I would still
Ryans
give the edge to Ryan, but
to
or to
Turk.
Turk.
Yeah,
They're
I
both
got you.
Ryan,
Yeah.
but
But I think Literal will be able to put down his full level of driving with Turk because I mean Turk is who he is.
mm-hmm.
He's fucking top tier driver right there.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a proper dude like that in the lead, you can just hammer down, you know, and you're gonna have to give everything you got to catch that dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Big
yeah,
D's,
that's the point of the luck of the
Literal
Irish. It's
Mohan and
really
buy
no
runs.
luck of the Irish. I
Yeah,
know.
no, he was like,
I,
yeah, what
yeah,
luck, man?
yeah,
He's
I
not
know.
getting it over in
Yeah,
Drift Masters right now.
he ain't got no luck. But neither here or there.
You know, it's a good time when you get more RBs in the world. You know, being
Yeah,
competitive.
I agree. They sound great, and they rev to fucking 12 million.
Yeah, but someone needs to talk to Dwayne McKeever and tell everybody over here that his secret sauce on keeping his motor alive
Dude,
because of how he drives,
yeah,
and somehow that thing works.
because it's on a link.
Well, yeah, and it's also on limiter
I
all
know.
the time, and it
I
still
know.
runs for some reason.
Dude. Second place. Shout out to that dude.
Shout out Dwayne McKeever, man. That dude, him and I think it's him. The competition's between him and Heinonen at this point
Yeah.
for first place. I think Heinenen's got a pretty good lead, but
Yeah,
dude, that's
he's not too
you know,
far back.
those are two guys that I know it's a little off topic of FD, but those are two guys where it's like I could see like top 5 finishes, but like
They're
as
just
soon after the first
crushing
event,
it.
I was like, honestly, the way Heinenen drives and it makes sense. He's really consistent. His car is super reliable, solid.
Hmm.
It makes sense why he would be competing for the championship. Now, the downfall of Dwayne McKeever, and it's always going to be the downfall, is his car. Is the
Yep.
mechanicals, not the engine though. It's the other parts of the car.
Yeah.
As the
Yeah,
transmission
literally.
kind of left the chat. It was his third or fourth gear left the chat in Ireland, and that's
Yep.
why he lost the finals. So it's like it's not his driving; it's usually the car.
Yeah.
But
Someone over here needs to teach you how to keep his trans together.
exactly, as I was just saying, But
Damn, Dean isn't there. That is crazy. For a
yeah,
dude
and
that
then
he missed a round, right?
missed around. And now he's in third place. That's just like a flex because you're like, oh yeah, I'm just that good. I don't even need to go to all the rounds and I'll still win.
I'll get a championship. It's not a problem. I don't need to win it. It's whatever.
But yeah, back to
Yeah.
FD. We got
Forsberg.
good old Chris. You know,
Yes,
being
sir.
solid as usual, doing his thing.
He's
And
doing
then,
his thing.
oh, this will be a party. Matt Field and Diego Higa.
Diego coming out strong.
You already know
halfway
there's
through
going to be
this.
fireworks from this. You already
Yeah,
know
you heard
somebody's hitting somebody.
that the chat is gonna be going wild.
Somebody's hitting somebody, and somebody's going to be upset.
Yep.
Calling it right now.
Yeah, I think
mean,
Diego's gonna hit Fields. Honestly,
I think Fields is going to win
yeah,
because that's just it somehow works out that way. And his car's fast.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be hyped. And I think there's going to be controversy after this battle because that's just how it goes.
Yep. I agree. I see Diego like hitting him somehow in that very last zone,
Mm-hmm.
like because he's gonna be in his head that so he's chasing first, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's gonna think that Fields gonna want to try to run him over, so he's just gonna do some crazy ass attempt at some sick chase,
Mm-hmm.
which I know that he can, but I think like you carry so much speed from the top to the end.
Well, the problem is you can't see.
Yeah,
So
you're just
you are
going.
completely guessing in that final corner where the
Yep.
car is going to be.
You're just like feeling
Sometimes
out
it's
the
good,
wheel.
sometimes it's bad.
Yeah, you're literally just hoping that the car does the same thing that you have been doing and like rotate the wheel slowly. Like hopefully it self steers itself enough so that way you know when like the body roll is done, and then you just grab and it's like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, right.
It's like, and the smoke's gone.
Mm-hmm. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, this track is the ultimate form of gambling, I feel like, with a car.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
All right,
That last zone is fucking crazy.
We're going to quick move our faces to the other side of the screen. And now we're going to go top right. Look at old Odie over here.
OD.
You know, we're not at this section yet, but I'm already looking at that top 16 battle between him and Simon.
Mm.
And how that's going to have major implications for
The finals.
Not the finals, the standings.
Well, yeah.
Because obviously Odie's in second. Simon was in second until the engine blew up.
Yep.
And now Simon's lost a lot of points. And if he wants to get those points back, it's going to be at the detriment of his teammate.
Yeah, he's really going to have to throw down. They're both going to have to really like throw down. I know Simon, obviously, he could still fight for that podium position at the end. But I think you're right. I think Jeff would.
You think there's any
take the L
teams
on
orders
this
there,
one.
bud? Any team orders?
I don't think so.
I mean, talking to Simon, I don't think there would ever be teams orders. I think he runs his own program.
Those guys.
Apart,
Yeah.
You know, so it's like we're going at it.
Yeah, I think for that team, maybe the RTR guys, I could see.
Yeah.
You know, like if it was a battle like between.
Yeah, it's a little different situation with RTR because you're there for like more of the brand.
Yeah.
Simon,
if it was like
for Simon, it's really his for him in his own program. Just Odie's providing the car basically.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that should be something.
I
mean, no matter which way you put it. I mean, Jeff, there is a chance.
That's
obviously,
the thing, though.
He is the driver.
He's got to get through Jeff.
Yeah.
And Jeff.
And then Odie's got to get through whoever that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that means they can't be blowing up their engines.
Yep. Yeah.
Like they've been doing every round. So, hopefully they get something figured out. I mean, talking to Simon, it sounds like it might be an engine building issue.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, then that's that's hard to fix
Yeah.
without spending a lot of money and going to a new engine builder and getting 2,000 plus horsepower engines built very quickly. You know.
Yep, and then possibly having like a backup, like
Mm-hmm.
at least one, to split between, like, hopefully, both wouldn't pop. Hopefully none pop, but like, if one goes, hopefully, you would like to have something that could get you along.
Yeah. So I'm pretty. It's gonna be pretty nuts. But again, Jeff, he's no slouch. He's been around. If you mess up going against Jeff, he's gonna beat you. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
Or lose an engine. So
I'm
it's one of those things.
not
Uh,
sure who builds their motors, honestly.
I don't know.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Um,
Probably keeping their name hidden just in case.
yeah. Jason wants James Dean to break early
I know, I saw that.
for the title. It would help the title fight. I mean,
It
to be
would.
fair, it would, but I don't think. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think RTR. I think you could do a lot of bad things to an RTR vehicle, and they're still gonna make it run.
Yeah,
That team is no joke.
yeah. If that car breaks, they're gonna take that 5 minute and they're gonna be able to
They're gonna
do
be like, "Hey, here's a new
probably,
car in 5 minutes."
yeah. They could probably drop a motor in if it's like they
Within
get that shit
45 minutes,
ready.
yeah, they'll do the. I'm pretty sure they did an engine swap in like 45 minutes. It might have
Yeah,
been
it's
Osbo's team, but they could do the same thing.
yeah.
Speaking of Osbo, doing his thing,
Yep.
staying around. You know, he's still kicking tires around that championship, but
He's
he's going to
definitely
need some
been
better results to kind of stay in it.
not his true form after Atlanta.
Yeah, and then might be battle of top 32 for me right here.
Brandon and Kazuya.
Brandon and Kazuya, just with how good Brandon's been driving, and
Yeah,
then
and Kazuya is really,
for how
he
good
won here,
Kazuya
right?
is at this track.
Or top qualifier, he was.
Mm-hmm. And he's podiumed, I think, once or twice here as well. So,
Yeah.
uh, honestly, this is anybody's game at this gas. It's gonna be a good battle, is what it's gonna be, and I'm hyped for it. I'm gonna pick Kazuya because
Okay.
as the success of the track, but you could go either way in this one.
You really can. Honestly, this is another coin flipper. Brandon's he's ripping.
Dude, he is.
That's American
He's getting
tax
that seat time,
tax
man.
dollar. He is. He is, whether it be a dune buggy or pro car, whatever. He's seat timing. And then we got, is LZ doing this?
Yep.
Oh
He
yeah.
will be here. Which,
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for. He's driving great. I really hope he makes a big push to do all 8 rounds next year in
That would be cool.
in the E36 because he loves driving that thing and he looks good.
Yeah, you could tell he loves driving that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his runs have never looked this good and cool. He's got style. He's taking his biking style all into drifting. It's about damn time.
I mean, he basically grew up drifting not grew up drifting, but like he put so many laps at clutch kickers in that E36 like that. He drives that thing like it's back of his hand, man.
Yeah. What I love the design of it last year. Just with the big meaty Nittas on there.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes, that thing looks sick to me.
I like it. All right.
I like.
Next up, we got Rome and Trenton. This one's curious. This one's curious to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Could go either way. I think
Trenton's
Rome has
improved greatly, and
Rome has some more talent.
Rome's in the new car. So you got some things that really are evening out this battle for me. I'm gonna pick Rome, just from
He's been around the block results,
but it's a new car thing, man. It's hard to judge people when they're getting those new cars dialed in, and I don't know if his car is as fast as Trenton's when it comes to getting up and going, especially with that BMW engine in it.
Yeah, no, that's It might be though, because I mean it's not all necessarily like you want that grip too,
Yeah, well,
and
it's
like that little turbo car might be able to just, despite the fact that it's not gonna light them up as quick.
well, mechanically, I can't imagine there's too much of a difference between the two.
Yeah.
From the mechanical grip side, so really it's going to be torque, and obviously Trenton's got the V8 there, so.
Right. Yeah. He's Rome just has to work it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, by working it using the clutch, it shoots you. You know, you get going a little bit quicker. That is the one bonus of using the turbo cars, is that's how like you're able to dig out quicker, because you're slipping the clutch basically by clutch kicking that many times.
Right.
Whether, you know, obviously it's incredibly fast of slipping, but like nonetheless it is happening.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
I mean, I think it's going to be a good battle. I mean,
I don't
honestly, all
even
of these top 3 battles are going to be sweet, but.
Yeah.
Another close one. And then look at old Taylor Hall, man. Look
He's
at
up
this
here.
guy.
I mean, his runs at New Jersey, I didn't think his chases were scary to me.
Mm-hmm.
His entries were always a little wonky, and I don't know how he just continued. He got, I think, a little lucky. I know that I think I said this, but I think
Yeah.
overall this year that he has been driving immensely better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that run, those few runs, were definitely not showcasing his greatest talents. I'm excited to see what he does here. Get to the bookies on that call. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Hiro Manoa and Dan Burkett. You want to look at 2 totally opposite, different personalities and people, and but
Yeah.
but for some reason I just feel like this is gonna be a party.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna love
Right.
it.
Rad
I'm
Dan's
gonna,
gonna try to not get knocked out by a
mm-hmm.
little guy.
I'm gonna be
He's
sad when one of these guys gets knocked out. That's how it's gonna go.
Well,
But
no matter which way you cut it, yeah.
I'm
One of them's
excited for
got to
this one.
get
It's gonna
packed.
be. I'm picking the Manoa because he's been very impressive this year.
For 14, it's hard to bet against him
Yeah, but
in the early stages.
but you know who also has been way better this year is Dan,
Yeah.
and
He had
you
that
know,
time off that was good for him.
mm-hmm. I'm just excited for it, man. I think it's gonna be fun, no matter what. Dan is always crazy, and with Manoa's precision driving, man, it's gonna be a fun battle. I'm excited, and
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm gonna go with Manoa, but yeah. I wouldn't
I,
be shocked if Dan fucking threw out some crazy entry and then did like just some baller lead run, and then somehow just like made Manoa like almost flop, honestly.
yeah,
Like,
it's
because he is very capable of pulling some crazy shit out.
all right.
A little
So
whippersnapper for podium, yeah.
a
I mean,
little whippersnapper, huh? That's a bold statement, Cotton.
that's that's a huge angle there. So I mean, James Dean. It's my first on the left side pick, and then
Shocker. This is for top 4. Let's do some top 4.
all right, James Dean, and then
So you got him kicking out Shanahan.
yep, Mr. Hughes, and
Okay,
then
I like it. I like it.
and then Brandon Sorensen,
Ooh,
and I think LZ.
dang. So I had 2 of those people on each of my side. I had James Dean Field,
Okay.
and then I had LZ and Simon.
Okay. Seeing
Uh,
Simon on the box after a tough break for him last
mm-hmm.
round would
Dude,
be
I think
quite
he's
nice.
gonna drive nuts. I think he's pissed after last round.
Yeah.
He was in the championship conversation, and that last
Yeah.
round killed him. So he's gonna be driving. He doesn't even care anymore. He's. I would not be wanting to go against Simon Olsen this round.
I
I'm
don't
just
want to
gonna
go
say
against him at any round.
that.
Even if his motor blows up, I'd figure that somehow I would still be going against this guy, the ghost of him. I'd throw my car into a wall thinking that I'm going against him. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Novak crush it again. A Novak versus Dylan
That'd be sweet.
would be, yes, that would be so cool to me. But realistically,
He's got to be
Novak then
Dean
has to
and then
be Dean.
theoretically Shanahan.
Jesus Christmas. This is just not an easy side.
No,
For the top half of that left side of the bracket,
that's
they
brutal.
are just, you just don't get a break. Like
Not that there's
Hurst,
many other
Novak.
breaks in any of the other parts of the bracket, but
Nah, not
I would say the
really. But
bottom
like,
right bracket's probably got a lot of the new guys, or
yeah,
just um. So that'll
the
be a fun one to
easier
see who comes out of that.
almost. Yeah,
But
got Dean,
every other
Literal,
bracket's
Kazuya, and
freaking
LZ.
packed, man.
Nice. Literal would be crazy too. I'm excited to see what happens here, man.
Yeah, so I'm picking Simon Olsen for the win.
For the win.
Mm-hmm. Picking Simon Olsen for the win. I think he's gonna drive out of his mind.
I'm doing James, but I also wouldn't be shocked if Dylan won.
That'd
I
be
think he's.
wild, dude.
See, like I keep saying, I keep telling him too. I'm like, I want that. I need those sentimental videos of you, dude. I'm like, you're the only guy that like truly shows
Emotion.
emotion, and like that's like you could probably win 100 times, and I feel like it would be the same fucking thing for you.
Dude,
Like,
you remember Kazuya crying when he won?
yeah,
Dude, that was wild.
that like I just love like that shit's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that person has worked that hard to get a stupid carbon trophy. You know, as silly, like it's not stupid, obviously, but like at the base root of it, it's like, man, holy shit! And then you finally get it. It's like I'm the fucking best. Like you are on that top spot. It's a tough feeling to beat. So
I agree, man.
no more lose. Yeah. No more lose was iconic.
Oh, so
Oh,
good, dude.
I saw him at the airport on the from or in Orlando. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was 2 people in front of me while we were waiting to get security checked. And I didn't
Nice.
notice it until like we hit like the corner, and then like he got to turn around and look at me, and I was like, "Yo," he was like, "Hey," like, how about them apples? Long time
That's
no
great.
see.
All right, so we got the standings, man.
Damn,
Yeah,
Simon's so
it's
far back.
kind of not really a battle anymore, but I mean Odie's still there. But like I
Yeah,
said,
we'll be there, Candace.
I don't Odie's first battle is gonna be tough. You know, the other you gotta remember Connor Shanahan would be going against James Dean in top 8, so
Yeah,
that's a tough battle too. So I think both these guys are gonna have a hard ride this weekend, but I mean James can have a bad event or two,
yeah.
and that's just how it is. He's so far
I
ahead of
mean,
everyone else. It's like
yeah.
he's got
He's
that
got.
cushion to where something can go wrong and it's okay. You know.
Yep. I'll make
Um,
up for it.
Look at Ken Gucci there in 5th place, man.
I
You got
know.
Brandon Sorensen, Manoa. Like, look at
Yep.
all those new guys.
Dylan and ahead of fucking Chris.
Yeah, Adam, and he
Adam,
missed a round.
and yeah, I know that's insane.
So,
Manoa's
wow,
crazy to be there. What's the icon next to it? The
rookie.
green. Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah, so he's rookie of the year right now. They have Connor Shanahan as a rookie too. So that could be actually an interesting battle for the rest of the season because Connor's planning on running the rest of the year. That'd be an interesting race to watch. So you got
For the
Connor
rookie of the
Shanahan
year.
down here at 170,
Mhm.
and then you got Manoa up here at 196. So
Damn, they're
that's
really
not
not
too
too far
much of a
apart.
it's not too much of a break. So that'll be a fun race to watch going into the second half of the season. Manoa versus Shanahan for Rookie of the Year.
Damn, getting beaten out by a kid.
They're both kids.
I know.
They're both
I know.
children.
Nah, Connor could drink over in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Manoa can't even drink over there. That's when you know you're still a kid. Hasn't missed around actually. He was at Long Beach, Atlanta because he missed trip. Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what? You are right, Jason. I thought Adam missed around, but you're right. He didn't.
Yeah, he was. He
He was
talked
supposed
up
to
a
miss
big
Atlanta
game
at
that he
least.
was gonna miss Atlanta. Yep. Yeah. Good call.
And then
You're
because the
right.
next rookie you got is back here with Andy Rudy, with
Derek,
84
Ben.
points. So they're a little ways back.
Where's Dimitri? Oh, he's not rookie because
No, he's a rookie.
he don't got the thing next to him.
Yeah, he's got 98 points.
Did he do pro last year? No, right?
No, he's a rookie too. So they just don't got the little R next to his name.
He might be
so
21
he would be
now.
the next closest, but he's.
Yeah, look at that. Connor's 21 now.
Oh, really?
Now he could drink if he's on the podium. Poor guy. Dude fucking probably gets hammered over in his homeland and can't sip a crappy champagne.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, man. I think
Shrimp
St.
taco.
Louis is gonna be cool because it's gonna decide a lot of things. I feel like if James Dean does win the event again, and like really push this lead, it pretty much solidifies it for the rest of the year. Unfortunately,
yeah.
So I'm kind of pulling for like something to happen. Somebody does a really good job against him because if you remember last year, Robert Thorne beat him in top 32 here.
Oh yeah.
If you remember that, that was wild.
That was a wild thing to say. I couldn't believe that.
Mm-hmm. So things like that happen all the time, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's the name of the game, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's just eventually that this streak of podiums, it will end. I mean, it is possible that it doesn't. Obviously, there is always a chance that he just somehow every event that he goes to for the rest of his time, he's able to fucking podium at. Chances, really small, really really small, but yeah. We'll see.
I definitely like his chances for the championship, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, my intuition, my green intuition, is looking like I might make a couple extra intuitions. Oh, pretty excited.
Not a bad pick.
Yeah, safe call. I might only make like $8, but like, it is what it is.
Derek's Jason's like, Derek is ranked above 2 RTR drivers. And like, well, I guess technically, yes.
I mean, he could, just screenshot it and then use that for sponsorship purposes.
Be like, I should have been the RTR driver.
Not even RTR, just like reaching out to like all these like companies that don't know anything about racing, so they'd be like, oh wow, and they'd look at Vaughn's thing, they'd look at his page, and they're like, whoa, he's like a big guy. They wouldn't look into the fact that he's only doing 2 events. Be like, wow, all right. And then they see Ben and they're like, wow, he's got a cool page too. Someone win by so much, but I'm not sure if we will see James Dean finish off with the podium. Nah, he's gonna, unless he fucking just somehow doesn't show up, dude, he's going to end up on that championship podium.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like I think it's his championship to lose at this point.
It really is. Like 74 points behind at the 5th round is fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
because everyone in the top couple rows has had a bad round, except for him.
Yeah.
Everyone else has had at least one bad round, and he hasn't yet.
Yeah, and I mean, and this is only just gonna make it like, no matter which way you do it, like he'll do his top 32, which he's probably gonna win.
Well, the
And
thing
then
is
if
no matter way you slice it, either Simon Olsen or Odubachi is losing a lot of points
yeah,
this weekend.
yep,
One
and
of
it's
them
not,
is going to lose a lot of points. Obviously, James is going to be hoping it's going to be Odie,
yep,
but someone's losing a lot of points, and that's just going to boost his, uh, I guess you could say ranking or the gap even more.
yeah, just a gap. Yep. Yeah, I mean, Osbo has a fighting chance this weekend because he's on the opposite side. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's got like a clearer field. Obviously, you know, there's still good
Or he,
people over there,
I
but
think he
like,
would go against Odie or Olsen in top 8.
um,
If I'm correct. Let me pop her back up.
Osbo, I think he was on the. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I forgot.
So, yeah, top 8.
Yep.
He was going against, if he gets through these guys, which is, still a
Mhm.
challenge,
Mhm.
he'd be going against Odie or Olsen. And top 8's still a pretty early finish for one of those guys. So, no
Yeah.
matter what, anyone in the bottom 3 of, or anyone in second, third, or fourth is going to lose points.
yeah.
2 of those 3 are going to lose points probably, and it's a good chance all 3 of them.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So this round is literally playing into a massive way for James Dean to guarantee himself even uh, more of a gap.
Yeah.
Just from mathematics perspective.
Yeah. For real.
Obviously, he's
Wow.
got to get through his battles, but like mathematically, he makes out of this gangbusters if he does well this weekend, no matter what.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the luck of the Irish. No, that's the talent of the Irish. That's just straight fucking.
Yeah.
Dude's an animal. Dude is just a straight animal. He wouldn't have that name, the machine, if he was not a fucking machine.
It's true, man.
So, but
All right. Well, it's a 2-hour stream.
it's taco time.
I know it's time for some shrimp tacos, man.
It's about time for you. Now they're
Yeah.
probably cold.
Again, though, everyone, I
Or
appreciate everyone hanging out. Talking to everyone in the chat, seeing everybody.
yeah,
You,
thanks for coming, guys.
Malachi, Jason, all you guys. Like, I appreciate it, man. It's fun to just hang out. This gets me hyped up for the each round. It gets me kind of also a little awareness on like where the points are at in these standings and what are the big point battles, and I think I just enjoy doing this obviously too. It's a good
Yeah,
time. And
just chilling, talking about the shit that we do.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, we already talk about this stuff, so might as well talk about it with everyone else.
Yeah,
But
and 07, Jason,
shout
and
out to
Huge
Hugh
Angle.
as well. Hugh Jangle. It's a great name. I love it.
It really is. It's like a play name,
But
but not aggressive.
it's no, it's got fun nature to it, man. I love it.
It's
I
not
appreciate
Hugh
it.
Janus.
I know. it's not like it's not like suck my balls or something where it's like, okay, it's pretty obvious what you're saying here.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I
No,
appreciate
for
it.
real.
But yeah, I appreciate it, guys, and
Stay tuned for the practice, babies.
we'll be live all
Sweating
day
it
each
out.
day. It's just gonna be dying out there.
Y'all want to hook us up with some scooters? One of these days I'll be prepared and I'll
Oh,
actually have like a scooter for myself so I can
well,
wheel around.
we also I don't know if we're gonna announce it, but we probably will. But I got something fun and special planned for a live stream this weekend as well. That you guys will see and maybe we'll post about it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe you guys just have to figure it out
This
and find
weekend
it.
or FD
Yeah,
weekend?
this FD weekend.
Do I know?
Maybe. Guess we're gonna find out.
Well. We got a new cooler? No, I'm kidding.
We'll see. I we got something planned for you guys. But
Hell yeah.
again.